Da-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-dum. What does that even mean, Bowers Game Corner?
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another game review, another special Kickstarter review, and today I'm very excited to check out Queen of the Hill from Medieval Lords. This is for 2 to 6 players, ages 8 plus, so think about 10 to 20 minutes to play. And in Queen of the Hill, you are going to be playing a push your luck card game. We're going to be drafting ladies, some anime-inspired ladies who will either help you in future rounds or help gain you points and be Queen of the Hill this round. It's a very simple game. They wanted me to mention before I get started, though, that while the artwork is a little bit risque, this is still a family-friendly game. So let's open it up and check it out. Alright then, so we're going to take a look at what's on the inside of Queen of the Hill. First and foremost, we have our handy-dandy rule sheet. It is one page, double-sided. It's just text, but I do want to mention this is the promotional copy I have in front of me, so take everything you see here, obviously, with a grain of salt. Rulebook looks very well done. I'll have you up and running in no time at all. It's a very simple game, so I can teach you how to play. So in the game, what you're trying to do is you're trying to win 2 rounds. You're going to win a round by sending your ladies to the hill and hopefully having the most points. If you have the most points, then you will win one of the points. It's very, very simple. Now, you're going to get 100 cards right here. We're going to go over what kind of cards you're going to get, and then we'll go into the gameplay. So first and foremost, let's take a look at the most average card that you're going to see, which is an anime-inspired lady. She will have a number at the upper right-hand corner. That is going to tell you how many points she's going to be worth if you decide to send her to the hill to fight. Down at the bottom, it's going to have a special ability. That is a special ability that if you decide to not send her to the hill to fight, and you decide to recruit her, or enlist her, or whatever it's called, draft her, I believe it is, then you will get the special ability next round, or the 3rd round, or the 4th round. You'll get to use it once later in the game. So before cards are revealed, choose up to 3 cards to discard from a single player's play area. That's a very powerful card, because that can potentially take away, a good deal of somebody's points. Let's take a look at a couple more. Next we have Seraph. Once again, you got the name, which doesn't matter. The pretty lady doing the anime thing. But up here, she's going to have 8 points. I believe they go from 1 to 8 points. And on the bottom, she actually has no effect. So you're always probably going to just recruit her because, well, she's worth 8 points, which is a lot of points. But next we get to one of the dark ones. Remove all cards from your play area and end your turn. This is what you're trying to avoid, and this is where the push your luck aspect of the game comes into play. Because as soon as you hit one of these, all the ladies that you have recruited to go to the hill and fight, you are going to lose those points. So let's just say you had this sitting right here, and you got it face down, so nobody knows what's going on. They're just like, he's got 3 cards. Who knows how many points you could have. But if you hit this dark one, your turn's over. You lose all the ladies, and you send no one to the hill. So, let's just go over the mock gameplay and see exactly how this works. You're going to have the big old stack in the middle, and what you're going to do is you're going to keep it face down, and you're going to look at what happens. Wow, that's a terrible example, but this is a push your luck game. Now, before you ask, there's 15 dark ones in this 100-card deck, so you have roughly a 15% chance of that happening, but as the game progresses, your chances are generally going to rise. Or fall, potentially. So we'll just pretend that was our turn. We did absolutely nothing on our turn. So, whoop-de-doo. Moving on to the next turn, we have Techie. She is going to be worth 2 points if we send her to the hill. But, before cards are revealed, remove 1 card of your choice from any play area. That's not a bad special ability to have. So you know what? I'm going to hold that. I'm going to tilt it to the side like this, meaning that I've decided to draft this card. It is not going to the hill to fight. So next, I'm going to push my luck, and I'm going to continue to go, and I have another Techie. You know what? This one can go ahead and fight. So I've got 2 points that's going to go to the hill to fight. So now I have a decision. Do I want to stop, or do I want to keep going? And I'm going to keep going. And I got the Musician. She's worth 3 points. During tally phase, choose a card to have its points increased by its original amount written. You know what? I'm going to send that to the hill because I'd really like to win this round. So I now have 2 cards there. That could be 16 points. That could be 2 points. But as we know, it's 5 points. So now I just decide if I keep going or do I stop. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going a couple more times. We have 3 points. We got the Berserker. Discard 1 card from your hand to use this. Choose a player to discard up to 3 cards from his hand. That is incredibly useful. So I'm going to hold on to that for later on in the game. Let's take a look at another card. Oh, we've hit our dark one. Why did we keep going? So what's going to happen is we reveal the dark one. These cards are gone. We are not sending anything to the hill. We are guaranteed to lose this round, which is going to make it a lot easier for everyone going after us because now there's one less person to compete with. However, these 2 cards we have right here, we do get to hold on to these cards and use them later on in the game. So we will be more powerful later on in the game. So the next player would do their turn and their turn and their turn. Whoever had the most points is then going to get one of the 2 victory points needed to win the game. Now you can have up to 5 of these ladies in your hand to play with. And if you ever get 2 points, you win the game, and you continue to go until someone gets to 2 points, in which case they will be the winner of Queen of the Hill. And that, in a nutshell, is how the game is played. Alright then, Queen of the Hill coming to a Kickstarter you very soon. I'll be sure to post the Kickstarter link down below. What are my final thoughts? Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. First, on the con side, the game is not going to be for everybody for a couple different reasons. First, and most obviously, this is a very simplistic game. On your turn, you're going to have really about 3 options. Do I keep going, or do I stop? And if you keep going, do I use this for points so I can gain victory points, or do I hold this back so I can have a cool special ability for later on in the game? While there is some bluffing and some other minor aspects, it's still a very simplistic game with not too many paths to victory. Also, in a push your luck game, you can expect a good deal of luck, and this game has a lot of luck in it. If you draw a Dark One card first card, well, that's just really unfortunate. If it happens again, you're probably going to lose the game, and by probably I mean you are going to lose the game most likely. That's really annoying, but I can overlook it because of how short the game is, and I'll talk more about that in the pros. Continuing onward, I didn't like it as much 2 and 3 players as I did 4, 5, and 6. I liked it better with the full complement of players. Now, they have a Dark One variant that you can add in 2 players or with more players. It's okay, but I still liked it at the higher player counts better. I felt like it played better that way. Last but not least, the artwork is going to be a turnoff to quite a good deal of people. For me personally, it's because of the anime art style. I just don't like anime, but that's your mileage may vary my thing. The other thing is that even though they went out of their way to tell me that, oh, the artwork is risque, but it's well, if the artwork is family friendly, still I have a feeling a lot of families are gonna be like, no, this is just a little too risque for my kids. Despite the fact the gameplay is simple enough that really a 6, 7, 8-year-old could play it as soon as they can read and understand what's going on with the cards. Really, this is an extremely simple game. Moving on to the pros, though, I can overlook all of those cons because this game plays incredibly quickly. It's very easy to learn, it's very easy to teach, and it's very easy to play when you're drunk, which are 3 very good things in my book. I like the special abilities on the bottom of the card. I like just how this works as a filler game, where literally you can just shuffle up the cards, set things out, and as you're doing that, you can explain the game to everyone and then say, alright, you 3 don't know how to play, you 2 go first, and then you will have it down pat. I also like the fact that if you win the round, you're the first person to go, because that does put you at a real disadvantage for the most part, because everyone knows exactly what happened. Oh, he has 3 cards like this. He has 2 cards over here. He got busted out. So I like that. So overall, Queen of the Hill, if you're in the market for a light filler game that plays up to 6 very well, I gotta say, I really liked it, 6 players and 5 players. This is definitely one you might want to check out. Also, if you like anime, this one is a no-brainer. If you like anime and filler games, this is definitely one I highly recommend. If you just like filler games, still one I recommend. So that is Queen of the Hill from Medieval Lords. Coming to a Kickstarter you, be sure to post a Kickstarter link down below. If you enjoyed this review, please be sure to click on the subscribe button down below, and in the comments below, let me know, anime, yay or nay. For me, it is a definite yay. I had an ex-girlfriend who tried to get me into it, and she made me watch all this stuff. She's like, you're gonna love this, and you're gonna love this, and just like, eh. And it's not that I don't like Japanese culture or Asian culture. You know, I really like the Raid, and I like a lot of their action movies. I love some of their action movies. It's just it just bores me to death, and some of them have subtitles, and I don't want to read when I'm doing that, and I'm a lazy fat American, and blah 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 blah. But let me know, anime, yay or nay, and as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. Are you still here?